I am not in competition with anyone but myself. My goal is to improve myself continuously. Billionaires should never be responsible for solving problems because they were not the government. In 9th grade, I came up with a new form of rebellion. I hadn't been getting good grades, but I decided to get all A's without taking a book home. I didn't go to math class because I knew enough and had read ahead, and I placed within the top 10 people in the nation on an aptitude exam. Our success has really been based on partnerships from the very beginning. If you are born poor, it's not your mistake, but if you die poor, it's your mistake. Success today requires the agility and drive to constantly rethink, reinvigorate, rate, and reinvent. I choose a lazy person to do a hard job, because a lazy person will find an easy way to do it. We're changing the world with technology. Vision without execution is daydreaming. I hope someday what people can do with their lives depends on their talents and how hard they are willing to work, rather than on where they happen to be born. The computer was born to solve problems that did not exist before. There will be two types of businesses in the next 5 years, those that are on the internet and those that are out of business. Learning from mistakes and constantly improving products is a key in all successful companies. I believe innovation is the most powerful force for change in the world. Learning to write programs stretches your mind and helps you think better, creates a way of thinking about things that I think is helpful in all domains. I went to a public school through 6th grade, and being good at tests wasn't cool. Don't let complexity stop you. How you gather, manage, and use information will determine whether you win or lose. Sometimes, I think my most important job as a CEO is to listen for bad news. If you don't act on it, your people will eventually stop bringing bad news to your attention, and that is the beginning of the end. I read an hour almost every night. It's part of falling asleep. We get comfort from those who agree with us, but we get growth from only those who don't agree with us. Technology is just a tool in terms of getting the kids working together and motivating. The teacher is the most important. In 3 years, every product my company makes will be obsolete. The only question is whether we will make them obsolete or somebody else will. Patience is a key element of success. Most people overestimate what they can do in 1 year and underestimate what they can do in 10 years. It's fine to celebrate success, but it is more important to heed the lessons of failure. Whether it's Google or Apple or free software, we've got some fantastic competitors, and it keeps us on our toes. Microsoft has had many successful products. I'm committed to one company. This is the industry I've decided to work in. If something's expensive to develop, and somebody's not going to get paid, it won't get developed. So you decide, do you want software to be written or not? If you think your teacher is tough, wait till you get a boss. Connectivity enables transparency for better government, education, and health. Effective philanthropy requires a lot of time and creativity, the same kind of focus and skills that building a business requires. I went public too soon. Stay private as long as you can. Creativity allows people to be effective. The more you learn, the more you have a framework that the knowledge fits into. We all need people who will give us feedback. That's how we improve. I'm serious when I do my work. I'm not serious when I'm home with my kids. Television is not real life. In real life, people actually have to leave the coffee shop and go to jobs. The need to communicate effectively with your customers will come up again and again. Every day we're saying, how can we keep this customer happy? How can we get ahead in innovation by doing this? Because if we don't, somebody else will. I don't think there's anything inequal about human intelligence. All the neurons in the brain that make up perceptions and emotions operate in a binary fashion. Microsoft has long hired based on an intellectual bandwidth. Our vision, which has not changed since the day the company was founded. I've always been interested in science. One of my favorite books is James Watson's Molecular Biology of the Gene. Treatment without prevention is simply unsustainable. Embrace bad news to learn where you need the most improvement. If your culture doesn't like eats, you are in real trouble. You can make money, and you can make excuses, but you can never make money out of excuses. Setting clear goals and finding measures that will mark progress toward them can improve the human condition. Only a few businesses will succeed by having the lowest price, so most will need a strategy that includes customer services. The barrier to change is not too little caring, it is too much complexity. I have an excellent memory, a most excellent memory. When you are failing, you are forced to be creative, to dig deep, think night and day. An important re-engineering principle is that companies should focus on their core competence and outsource everything else. People cannot become truly knowledgeable without being excellent readers. To be a good professional engineer, always start to study late for exams because it teaches you how to manage time and tackle emergencies. I was lucky to be in the right place at the right time, but many others were also in the same place. The difference was that I took action. If you can't make it good, at least make it look good. Be nice to nerds. Chances are you'll end up working for one. Analytical software enables you to shift human resources from rote data collection to valued customer service and support, where the human touch makes a profound difference. Whether I'm at the office, at home, or on the road, I always have a stack of books I'm looking forward to reading. Anyone who spends their life on a computer is pretty unusual. The software is where the magic is. If you are going to have all this power be simple enough, appealing enough, and cool enough, it's going to be because the software is right. I can understand wanting to have $1 million, but once you get beyond it, I have to tell you, it's the same hamburger. When Paul and I started Microsoft over 30 years ago, we had big dreams about software. We had dreams about the impact it could have. In China, when you were 1 in a million, there were 1,300 people just like you.